The calling of missionaries that once stepped in Brazil and started the mission in the northeast of Brazil and then reached my life. That happened many years ago, and this calling is still a fire in Brazil. And if I'm going to talk about missions in Brazil, I'm going to start talking about my calling, the calling of my family. So my history with missions and God starts 16 years ago, where my father was president of the Federal Bank in Brasilia, which is the capital of Brazil, and God called my family. Not only my father, he called my family, each one of the five of us, my two sisters, me, my mom, and dad, to abandon our whole life to join missions so my father could be the director of the Brazilian National Mission Board. So we abandoned our entire life. We renounced our lives and accepted the calling of God. Because we knew something very important for us, something that is the faith in God, the fear of God and faith in His love. And we said to God, God, here we are. Our lives are in your hands. So that's when started my life in mission 16 years ago, when my family and I, we all said, God, here we are, send us. So something very important about calling is, guys, it's tough. It's very tough, but our God is the only God that can give us peace and joy in every situation, in troubles, in problems, in difficulties. That's our God. Our God can give us hope in every situation. And something very important is in John 16:33. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome this world. We shall not fear because the Lord is with us. So that's something that youth in Brazil, we truly believe. We truly believe in these words. We truly believe in God. We truly believe in Him. We truly have faith in His love. We truly have faith that He is a God that takes care of us. And guys, in Brazil, we are seeing many different and beautiful things. We are having refugees that had no hope and no home. And in Brazil, we are giving them home and love, the love of God. We have drug addicted that had no hope. They were miserable. They are receiving love, transformation, and leaving the drugs behind. We are seeing people in hospitals that have no home, hope, and we are giving them hope through the love of God. We have people in prison and we are blessing them. We are giving the forgiveness of Jesus to these persons. So missions are part of us. As Baptists, we have in our DNA and in our blood missions. We are called. Calling is something that is part of us. It's biblical. It's command of God. It's part of us. And we need to take our cross, renounce ourselves, and follow Jesus. And follow Jesus and love this world because we are salt and light to this world. And that's the fire that is burning in Brazil. And I invite you all, just as my friend, I didn't have pictures behind, because I want to see this youth in Europe, in Brazil, sharing the gospel. So that's what I mean. Brazil once was a huge field. It was a field abandoned. And missionaries went to Brazil and planted a little seed, a seed of love, a seed of God. And now Brazil is a huge field. We have a lot of challenges, but now Brazil is a huge barn. Sending missionaries throughout all Brazil and throughout Europe, Asia, all the world, because that's what God called us to do. So I want to say something very important for you guys. We are in the center. We are in a missions congress. And something very important is our calling. Our calling is something individual that we all have to God. And as like closing my story, I just want to say something about this calling. I tried to run away. I'm not going to lie. I tried to run away. I tried to run away because I thought I wasn't able to do such things as missions. I wasn't able to bless people. I wasn't able of preaching, of speaking His word. I truly believe that because as human, I'm a bad person. But only through God I can do good things. So I just want to say that when God calls us, He's calling to His work. He's not calling us to a hobby, to a fun thing that going out with friends and talk about Jesus. He's calling us to His work. And we have the honor to be part of God's work. And that's something beautiful because we can see His love and His fire and His spirit flowing through our veins. And that's just amazing, guys. So you can't run away from the calling of God. And that's something that happened to me. And guys, looking at the past things that happened, the future, I can say it was worthy doing all these things because there is no greater joy than doing what God called us to do. He capacitates us and lights the way for His plans. So I hope to see everyone here in Brazil, seeing the fire that's burning in Brazil, seeing the love of God being spread to all people. And that's what I mean. I said all people. I say refugees, drug addicted, lost people, people with no hopes, the youth, the old persons, newborns. I see church in Brazil growing and growing, and only through God's love and His capacitations. So I invite everyone that have a calling to renounce yourselves, take your cross, and believe in God with the faith that His plans are greater than anything that we can build, we can think, or we can do. That's the God that we serve, that we love, and that's the God that sent His Son to die for us and to save us from the prisons of the devil. That's it.